Okay, so this was sad. Exxon Mobil, I mean, it depends. I guess if you're a shareholder, this is great. But Exxon Mobil has done a deal with Pioneer Natural Resources to to buy them for 60 billion bucks. I mean, this is a big this is a big deal. It's a big deal and a big deal. This is something that we shouldn't be allowing to happen, but I guess we are. I'm going to read this article by Forbes. This is right in line with the type of stuff that they should be talking about. So this should be good. This shouldn't be a dumpster fire article. So let's go. ExxonMobil buying Pioneer Natural Resources for nearly 60 billion in biggest deal in decades. ExxonMobil will acquire Pioneer Natural Resources as part of an all-stock transaction valued at 59.5 billion, according to a joint statement Wednesday, the largest deal by the oil giants since an estimated $80 billion merger between Exxon and Mobil in the late 1990s, as it looks to expand its gas production in Texas. So Exxon will purchase Pioneer in a deal that values the company at $253 per share, netting Pioneer shareholders just over 2.32 shares of ExxonMobil for each Pioneer share at the deal's closing, according to a joint statement. Exxon will acquire Pioneer's more than 850,000 net acres in the uh, Permian Basin in West Texas, more than doubling Exxon's output in a region that accounted for 18% of all U.S. natural gas production in 2022, according to the Energy Information Administration. Okay, I got dry mouth. Sorry about that. Shares for Pioneer rose just over 1% to $240.50 in the first 5 minutes of trading on Wednesday morning, while shares for Exxon fell about 0.4% to 110.45. Transaction is expected to close in the first half of 2024, both companies said, pending regulatory approval and approval by Pioneer's shareholders. The first one, the regulatory approval, seems to always happen, so I wouldn't worry about that, guys. You just have to grease the right wheels, apparently. And approval by Pioneer shareholders, yeah, probably it's gonna help them as shareholders. Why wouldn't they approve? Scott Hanold, an analyst for RBC Capital Markets, said approval by the Federal Trade Commission was likely, of course. According to Reuters, arguing the market share of this combination appears to be under thresholds typically warranting action. Wow. What thresholds warrant action? 60 billion? Nah, that doesn't warrant any action. Don't worry about it. 16 billion, that's the estimated number of barrels of oil equivalent that Exxon will hold in the Permian Basin as part of the deal. The acquisition would be the largest deal in the energy sector over the last 8 years, according to Reuters, beating out Shell's 53 billion acquisition of BG Group in 2016. ExxonMobil and Pioneer entered preliminary talks for a possible merger in April, according to the Wall Street Journal. As Exxon worked to expand its production in West Texas, U.S. oil and gas production is near all-time highs, but it has become more difficult for oil companies to acquire new locations for drilling in recent years as growth slows and expanding oil production has proven expensive and challenging. It's funny. They're saying that it's expanding its production considering I thought we're moving into all this green stuff, but just goes to show it's not enough green energy out there. We still need all this gas and oil and all the good stuff, all the good carbon stuff. Yeah, that's enough of that. Yeah. So, what do you think? Another another monopoly move by a monopoly? Like, just tossing around 60 billion bucks. There you go. No problem. Federal Trade Commission. Yeah, no problem. It's just further, it's just further monopolizing these companies, making these companies too big. We used to have smaller companies and competition and all this, and now it's just everything's mergers and acquisitions, and yeah, soon it's just all going to be corporations running everything anyway. So yeah, I guess that's going to be the end of it.